Well, folks, the day has finally came. I knew it would eventually come for over 10 years, and now the chickens are coming home to roost. Washington Post recently put out an article explaining the allegations of female bodybuilders being exploited in the IFBB by Jim Mannion, and everyone is taking sides here. I've seen John Bravo's video, Nick Trigili's video, Nick Strength and Power. I've seen his video. Everyone is all up in arms about this whole situation, and I simply can't blame them whatsoever. And this is it's gonna go pretty big, as I've always imagined here. And some of you guys want to know what my opinion was about this whole situation. And I'm going to be honest with you. I had already made my mind up about this a long time ago. And I don't actually have an opinion about the situation here, okay? And I'm going to explain why. Now, first off, many years ago, Mannion had a little side business to where he would pay female bodybuilders to go and take nude photos and place them on a website, and there was some sort of profit deal and stuff like that. I never agreed with it because Mannion was an official, and having that mixed up, being in his position and being mixed up with doing nude pictures, it's not only a conflict. It can be seen and construed as a conflict of interest, but I thought it was always demeaning of the sport itself there, But honestly, these women went ahead and signed these agreements at no point in time. If they didn't agree with doing something like this, they shouldn't have signed these types of agreements here. Nor should they have had any expectation that by signing these agreements with Mannion, that they would become IFBB pros here, period, But that's the whole thing, and that's what I was meaning by conflict of interest, because it could have been construed that hey, if I go and sign up with Mannion's little business there, then I'm guaranteed to get my IFBB Pro card. And you know what? A lot of those women didn't get their IFBB Pro cards. Now, the allegations are coming from a number of women. One of them actually is Mandy Henderson, which I'm absolutely disgusted by her. It doesn't surprise me that she would be involved in this situation here. And let me give you a background about Mandy Henderson, or formerly Lieutenant Mandy Henderson of the Santa Clara Sheriff's Department. She is a convicted felon and a fraudster, actually. She was convicted of workers' compensation fraud, and she had already had a previous claim. If it had went through, she would have gained over a course of time over $3 million here. She pled no contest to it. Her career in law enforcement is over. I'm not sure what she's doing for money now, but obviously I'm not sure whether the Washington Post paid her for this commentary or anything like that. But, I would take, I'm not speaking about the other women, and I'm not saying that none of this stuff happened to her. If it did happen to her, then, I'd honestly wish all the best for her. But based upon the information that I know about her, I don't trust her whatsoever. I think she has no credibility whatsoever as far as this is concerned. In fact, she needs to remove herself out of the picture of this entire situation. But honestly, I think she, as well as these other ladies, are being played, because the person that's bringing most of these allegations is old Wayne D'Amelia, which some of you people in the bodybuilding industry are familiar with. He was fired by Joe and Ben Weider. And since then, he's set up his own rival organization. And the thing about it is, having this piece by the Washington Post, I guess, would actually benefit the, Wayne's organization with Raphael there, So, I mean, this is a casserole of shit, basically. That's just the best way I can describe it there, because none of these characters have any credibility whatsoever. And Jim Mannion is innocent until proven guilty, but at the same time, he should have never had those websites even begin with. And because I pretty much knew a long time ago that this would come back on him, and now it has here. So folks, we're gonna see in the coming days what actually transpires and what the end result is. But I want you guys not just to don't look at this with an open mind whatsoever. Just look at this with extreme skepticism here, because none of the parties that are involved are trustworthy whatsoever. None of them. You know. So get your popcorn ready. It's going to be a long movie, folks. That's all I got to say today, people. Like and subscribe to the Vince Goodrum channel. Click the link below. Also visit vincegoodrum.com. Peace and soul.